to my drive home, and but I do want to express some of my current thoughts. I've realized how fun live streaming can be. Whether there's an audience now or later, it just allows me to instantly broadcast my thoughts, and it's like a video journal in its own way, and it helps me to collect my thoughts, and hopefully projecting them and expressing them to others will help to let's see, will help to you know will help to talk to other people, as get across to other people as well. So what I want to say here is that the I am God concept, the way, the context in which it came up to me, it's a common theme in higher consciousness, unity consciousness, togetherness, universal being, source, oneness, and the higher awareness of transcending the time-space continuum, that's not who we are, that these bodies are not who we are, but who we are is all that is. Every reincarnation, past and future, every planet that we go to now and beyond. And yeah, I'd like to shed the light on a specific area, which is the area of when a person finds another person physically attractive. So there's this sort of biological, it's more than a sexual urge. It's like this urge that you want them to like you. You want to make yourself look good, so they would like you. But I want to empower men by saying that we you could equally say this as a woman, but I just want to say that we invented these bodies, guys. Oh, great, somebody's watching. Greetings. So I'm saying we invented these bodies, and we should be able to use them and not let them use us. So for example, we should, like, if I'm attracted to a woman, I shouldn't, if we are God, right? If we are the powerful universal force, then we shouldn't be, I specifically shouldn't be, hoping that a woman likes me or needing her to like me to tell me how I think of myself in life. Like, you should be able to, and this is besides the genetical aspect. Like, people have certain physical traits and certain body types, and they also have a certain mental ability, right? But this is about like who we are as souls. Like, the one thing that makes us unique and is of our choosing is, for example, industriousness, or being very physically fit because you work at it. Those kinds of things, the feeling of accomplishment and having a sense of discipline. Like, for example, I'm going to be running the Honolulu Marathon coming up in a couple of months. And the thing about that is I'm not running it to try to get like the fastest time. I'm just running it to run the fastest I feel that I can run it while enjoying the experience, and just running the fastest I think I can in the most strategic way, pacing myself, and I just run around 26 miles. You know what I mean? Like I want to do something, just like how people want to climb a mountain. It's not about other people. It's not about trying to make other people think I'm fast. It's not about. Maybe there's a social aspect to it, because I could obviously easily run. And I mean, not easily, but I could. I don't have to be. I'm saying I wouldn't have to be in a marathon to run 26 miles. I could figure out a path to do that. Maybe double around the path if needed, and end up running that. And I think it's gonna take. Okay, let me not get off track. I'm talking about discipline, guys. I'm talking about, and also self-control. That's derived, at least the sexual aspect, that's derived from masturbation. And so, but specifically, and it's more than masturbation. It's you have to orgasm, and maybe this makes more sense to men. When you orgasm, you kind of, I think, I've satisfied that appetite, at least for a time being, and then I'm willing to go. I'm willing to like go after that. And so what I mean by being God, like I am God, it's an attitude, and it's actually an attitude of like, it's not about asserting like, oh, everyone's nothing compared to me. It's that I am everything. I am, I as God, I allowed for more negative things to be in existence and more positive things. And as God, I created women. And one thing that I feel about women specifically is that it's important to not let things like trying to get the nicest cars or newest fashion, and although all those things can be fun, it's important to make woman and the celebration of her flower the primary kind of motivator, or the primary focus. Like in other words, instead of focusing so much on other things, make time to focus on women's flowers. And how do you do that? Well, you can do it by looking at women when you go out. You can do it by looking at just admiring women, especially where their vagina is, like just looking at it, even though obviously you can't see it, but just celebrating it, celebrating the clitoris, celebrating the vulva, which is the outer aspects of the vagina, and not trying to make it all about everything else, like, or make it about men's PPS or women's breasts or anything. You have to make it about women. And and so like, where do I go from there? Well, the thing about like being God is that it's about being nice. It's about being more than nice. It's about being all that is. And so that's like imagine being in front of the mirror and saying you are God, and when you say that, it's not a Christian God, which is limited, because that's kind of like a patriarchal father kind of figure in the sky. No, what we are is we are both the things in the sky and the things on earth. And so you have to say it like, I am the universe. Say it like 100 times. I am the universe. I am the universe. I am the universe. Try to do it in front of a mirror, so you're really looking at yourself, and you're not relying on somebody else to confirm that for you. And just the same, when you're dealing with potential attraction for a woman, you're not like waiting for that woman to show that you're not like hoping that a woman will be attracted to you. It's just logic. It's first I explained this in my 5 steps video. You'll see that in my last live stream. That's a good one to review. A lot of information there. Excuse me. What the point is there is, it's like, it's what you're seeing is what are you seeing? 5 steps of what the marriage thing, right? So, pardon me, obviously I am at the end of my day, but I just wanted to make this expression that maybe it could be somebody else could benefit from considering it. So what it is when you the only reason you should approach a woman is that you're interested in, coming from a godly, let's call it God or universe consciousness, is when you're ready for marriage, and on your terms, and then you approach her, and this is assuming that she's at least offered you a few cues, like if you look at her, she kind of maybe looks at you a little bit, and there's some hint of that. That's what women will do if they are interested in a man. They will display nonverbal cues, which you should be respectful to. Only pursue the women that show those, and so basically what it is it's you just approach them and you ask them, are you looking for a husband? And then if they say no, then you say, well, thanks for responding to the question, and have a good day, or consider it a compliment, or good luck, and so you got to get to the point, because if you're looking for a wife, you got to ask women, is she looking for a husband? And this is all to do with not being in this gray area of, does she like me, or we're boyfriend and girlfriend, would she marry me? No, that's so weak. And it's even harder to discern if somebody's a good match for you, just based upon logic of compatibility, of, do you have the same values? Do your interests match up on paper? It's even harder if you're quote unquote boyfriend and girlfriend. Even this stupid engaged nonsense, it's all half-hearted, guys. and we should be fully fully into something. And the way you get fully into something is you're in the vibration of love when you're with yourself before marriage, because you're engaging in self-intimacy, you're engaging in other practices that lead to personal management, discipline, self-control. So you are enjoying yourself, and you're enjoying the time you spend with yourself. You know what I mean by that? You have a good time with yourself, and you do things that you want to do, and that's what keeps you in the feeling of love with yourself. And then that translates to when you're with a woman. She When you're with a woman, pardon the technical difficulty, when you're with a woman, not with a woman. You can see I'm kind of jumping with my thoughts here. It's because I had a long work day, but let's try to stay sharp here for just a few more minutes. And so when you're interested in a woman, you just have to realize that you are, as a man, you kind of have this, I think, ability to have like a God force, and that is the force of logic. And so the question is, can you apply that certainty, that power of, well, I am God, I am all that is, and can you translate that into how you operate on a day-to-day basis? And it also starts with admitting that your mind, you can't do it alone, and that is, you have to bring in the God force. And I also talked about this on my 5 points, my last live stream. The last live stream was immense, guys, immensely informative. So, and I also did 5 points to doing the light work. So the light work is basically the real God to help, because God is light. God is consciously conceived white, bright light that kind of is this, probably similar to what the universe is made up of. It's this like light, this structure of light. There's something to do with when you think of white light in your head. It's and then you think of it projecting outward. I don't know what it is exactly, but it just seems to work. It creates awesome synchronicities and helps me to. I've just started doing it about 4 days ago. I used to do it on and off in my life, but I've started doing it again. And so it's helping me to enjoy my life more. And so I'm inviting you to do it when you have. And it's also just a practical visualization of imagining smiling people, even if you're upset at them. Okay, so when people hear the phrase, I am God, it's like, what are you worshiping? And like I always say, I'm worshiping the woman and her flower, and especially I want to worship my wife's flower by giving her oral sex. And the reason that's so important is because it's not the same as sexual intercourse. Sexual intercourse is more about the man dominating the woman with his PPS, and it doesn't really make the woman's vagina the central theme of the event. And I think it should be. I think it should be the essence of what's important, because if you think about it, the sexual intercourse is more about the guy getting an orgasm, but it's like it's too easy, it's too like obvious as to, that's about him, and it's like something any animal can do. But the oral sex performed on the woman is kind of this special way of a husband. And it's also very important to do in the sense that it's something that helps you to really be more selective about who you will are willing to be with. It makes you think about, well, you should think about, when you look at a woman, one of the first things you should think is, do you kind of like her hygiene and her skin tone, and do you think she would That's a good derail, Sabrina. And you should be able to look at her and her skin tone and her hygiene and say whether or not you'd want to, uh, you know, suck her pussy. But you'll have to pardon me, Sabrina. I'm not a big sports guy. Maybe it's because I'm a bit of a monk, quote unquote, and I'm not as connected with society, but maybe I should be, because I think some people find it hard to relate to me because I have all these unconventional ideas that I've assimilated and like to expound. But in any case, that was funny. In any case, being God is finding peace. It's not about the wanting the dominance and excitement of being a celebrity or sexual or penetrative intercourse. It's about celebrating the woman and the purity of her flower, looking at her vagina, like especially at strip clubs. It's so important to just focus on that, and that it's like women displaying their flower. That's my experience of that. And so for me, what is God? What is it to worship God? Well, to me, I like to celebrate women, protect them. The thing is, the trouble with when I say that, people think it means some type of a patriarchal thing, but no, it's really, all that really is it's that women also should protect and celebrate themselves. And you do that by surrounding yourself with people in your life who will help and protect you as a woman. And that generally is the father and whatnot, and that's how it always has been in society. So let's not discard the things that have worked in society. You know what I mean? Now, that being said, I want to get back into the title, like, what is God? When you say I am God, when you say I am the entire universe, when you say I am God, it's kind of easy to understand what that means in a philosophical as a philosophical concept. The thing is when people say I am God, it also evokes like the religious stuff of like, what is God, uh, which I think God is the universe. God is us. It's There can't be any separation, because if God is everywhere, then we have to be that. But some people can't handle the fucking reality of that we are the thing that came before anything was created. We are that fucking light. We are that brilliance, that mystery, that magic. Some people can't fucking handle that. They can't handle that we're the thing before everything. That's us. That's the thing that animates us. That's the thing that's in our mind looking out. Like, if a person gets into an accident and they say lose an eye or they lose an arm, then it's still the same person. You know what I mean? Thank you, plays. Thanks for the comment. Yeah, I'm fucking pushing, dude. I'm pushing hard right now into the. This is like deep philosophy, like the type of stuff that people will not talk about. Sosa, hey. So, okay, so we are the fucking thing that came before everything, right? I live in Honolulu, Hawaii, Sosa. It's like midnight here. I've had a busy work day as a handyman, and I am conveying my current philosophies. Specifically, I'm and I'm born and raised here. I'm here because no, I'm talking about the God concept because it will allow you to just and it will allow you to have enjoy life, but not be attached to it, not be attached to any given life. Be willing to, let go of your body when it no longer serves you. Transcend and reincarnate. You're saying that life is cursed. Well, we created life. We created life to time and space, good and bad, yin and yang, in order to experience ourselves. We are all that is. I I'm I don't want to get I'm hope I'm not conveying that impression so that I seem depressed. I'm certainly not. I'm in a joyful state, but I'm just talking in a serious scholastic tone of voice right now because this is so serious. I go to my life matters. Can you reiterate that, please? I I mean, I go to my life matters. So you're saying that your life matters to you, or and that's another thing. The only way to feel like your life is really yours is you can't label anybody your parent. You can't label anybody your God. You have to say, I am God. I am my king. I am my master. And I am my boss. Those types of words, especially those words, will allow us to take responsibility for our lives, program ourselves that we are the ones who have to do what we have to do. All right. So when you say I am God to a group of people, it's an interesting conversation starter. I like to use clickbait titles at least sometimes. And this one is like it's like, well, did I create the universe? Well, yeah, yes, and I am the universe. And I learn about God. I don't want to be in the world if I sin to God. Okay, so like let's look at something that might be construed as sin. What's up, Zayden? Dude, right on, man. So, so let's okay. So, what's exciting here, guys, is the power of words, like the word God. Uh, to me, it evokes this like authoritative absolute power in the universe, and I think it's important that we remind ourselves that we are that. And but the key words, right? What are the key words? The key word is God in this instance, you know. And then you can repeat that to yourself as a mantra. I am the universe, I am God. Then the next key word here is the word sin. What does sin mean? Sin means like sin is kind of like something to do with the word sin means anything that will make you go to hell, or like a bad thing, or right. It's like it's a negative thing. It's a bad thing. But specifically bad for what? I would say that a sin is an unsustainable activity. Like it's an activity that would lead to society collapsing or lead to you collapsing. Like if you're doing drugs, it's a sin. If you're eating unhealthy, it's a sin because and that's another thing. Like we should be able to live longer and longer in our lives and not just rely on like a Jesus character to come down and give us eternal life. We should work on that right now. We should work on improving our health right now. Not uh uh so a major sin. Let's look at something that might seem like I mean, obviously sins that are like antisocial or dehumanizing behavior or stuff like murder and stuff. Well, in some instances it might make sense to humanely kill someone if their body is damaged and they're suffering, or they are and we can help them to their next reincarnation. Good, thank you for the commentary, guys. uh try to experiment with like imagining you're going out of your body and looking at it, and then try to experiment by doing the light work visualizations that I do. I talked about this in my last live stream. You can use that as a reference, the 5 points live stream. But basically, when you have a body, it, you you have to like what about having a body is uncomfortable? Do you think it's just doesn't feel natural? Because that might mean that start exercising more or something that you kind of feel more loose and light in your body. Uh, what and I like the philosophy, Zayden. I like how you're talking about transcendent transcendental ideas of going beyond the physical realm. So the idea of a sin is that it's something that will make you go to hell. So, for example, oh, that's cool. Yeah, you're into spirituality. All right, so we know about like okay, bad murderous, deviant people. There's obviously sinners, but let's take something that's more of kind of a sin that maybe an otherwise good person might do. I think a good example would be if you engage in premarital sex, and that's considered a sin. Now, the idea of the sin is that that will make you go to hell. But let's forget about the idea of hell because I think hell is no different than heaven. You heard me right. I just said that I think hell is no different than heaven because in both instances, in both instances, heaven is a boring place. You can't experience good and enjoyment of life when you're in a heaven. Okay? The reason for that is because there's no opportunity to face adversity, face difficulties, face dangers, face problems, face suffering. You know what I mean? You're not facing that in heaven. And so heaven is not a real thing, and you wouldn't want it to be a real thing. It's hell. Heaven or okay, so here's the thing. As God, we invented good and bad. And we invented good and bad because when something's bad, you know that you can identify it as bad and work to avoid it and go away from it and then focus towards the good. There cannot be good without the bad. That's fundamental to this kind of analysis. And then that being understood, then you get into the well, what's a sin conversation, and specifically I was proposing that. Well, by the way, like for example, my definition of love is a mutual commitment to commonly held values. So if people have enough core values and similar, why so demonic? You're gonna have to refine or what you're saying, Indra. That's my nature. Hell is. Oh, you're talking to Zayden. He's saying about hell is. I was saying hell is home. That's my nature. That's your nature. So what do you mean by that? Like, take responsibility for that statement, Zayden. You you you're saying that that your nature is. Are you angry, or it's not obvious what you're saying? But getting to the issue here, guys. So, by the way, what can you guys put in some of the chat? What time of day it is for you guys? Like right now, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning in Hawaii. But I was still inspired to do a stream to talk. He is saying, "Oh, really? Oh, I get it. I get it. Right? That's funny, Indra. Okay, okay, New Zealand, dude. So you're fucking. No, it can't be 12 a. It is 12 a.m. It's 24 hours. So you're like opposite. Wait, that doesn't. Does that make sense? No, no, no. It can't be 12 a.m. in New Zealand because New Zealand is not that far away from Hawaii, is it? It's definitely not on the opposite side of the world. So I don't. 6 p.m. Uh, I don't. So where 6 in? Okay, so well, whatever it is, we know that you're not lying. With 12 a.m. 1 a.m. Interesting. Yeah. Well, yeah. Let me try to come to a point here. So sinning. So I'm defining a sin as anything that is an unsustainable behavior, because something that is not a sin should be something that is good for a person, is good for their spouse, is good for their family, is good for their community, is good for society, and ultimately the world. Oh, cool. 1 a.m. and 12 a.m. So that's midnight. 12 a.m. means midnight. Yeah, 12 a.m. means midnight. And then, so, I mean, dude, how can that be, though? Because it's 1 a.m. where I am. So you fucking, Zayden, you're on the fucking other side of the world. Talk to him, Indra. Talk to him. So, okay, so that's my definition of a sin. And then for me, the best example of a sin is fuck, what is it? It's premarital intimacy, because it leads to suffering, it leads to problems, it leads to heartbreak, it leads to potentially STDs, it leads to jealousy and envy, it leads to, and the funny thing is, what do women say? They say, "Oh, we're free. It's okay to get an abortion. It's okay to, fucking." Okay, I got to include. Oh, that's interesting. Indra, you identify as being a Christian. See, the thing about being a Christian is some of the core like, to me, Christianity was diluted, or it was reduced compared to the Orthodox. Because if you look at the Orthodox communities, what do? They celebrate women, which is what I do. I love looking at I sin right now. What am I? All right, Indra. No, I'm all about, okay, that's where I relate to the Christians, at least the Orthodox ones, or the ones who, because when you say you're a Christian, does that mean that means you don't want, you avoid premarital intimacy? Because I think that's kind of fundamental. Like if someone says they're a Christian, then you feel like you can trust them more because that they won't try to seduce or have sex with you out of marriage, or have sex with your daughters or your sisters. You know what I mean? So there we go. That's the definition of sin, and then yeah, I think the F word is only intended to be theatrical and playful. It's it's well, I think you get that. Okay, so have I said enough? I said that I am God, and then I went to explain why that's important to act like you are God. Because when you fucking act like you're God, you don't worry, you're not feeling, you don't worry about, oh, does this person like me or not. Music is yeah, I mean, I think there is a lot of music that is dark, uh, like, I do think there are some artists who have sold out to the quote unquote Illuminati, and and subsequently they use lyrics to cast spells on people. So here's the reason they think the devil's the king of music. It's because they were probably specifically referring to the beat, where people use the drum beat, the rhythm, and they dance in. Yeah, good point, Indra. And uh, the dancing and the promiscuity and alcoholism associated with that kind of music and nightclub atmosphere. But he said in his song, I, you have not meant that. Wow, interesting. Hey, Davis, greetings. So we're having this kind of serious conversation about what the world really is, who we really are, how we are the universe, how we're unity consciousness, how we're God. And then I've been having this back and forth in the chat with Indra and some of the other characters, and I think I have to say thank you for pushing me to really try to answer accurately, answer exactly what I think, and we came up with a definition of sin. I'd like to know what you think of it, Davis. The definition of sin, in my understanding of it, is that it's an unsustainable activity. Yeah, oh yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Uh, Indra. Yeah, look at. I'm the founder of ShieldHeart.org. That's my project to help people gain control over their lives, and that's personal development, and then prepare for a significant other, a spouse, and experience true love and the reliability of a lifetime partner and friend. And thank you, Davis. And so I fucking have invented, you know, some new ideas. I really have, and I have, and this is how ideas work. I mean, we have to look at things in it from a historical perspective. Please express yourself, Indra. So you do believe in reincarnation? No, is Zayden? Well, so you don't believe in reincarnation, dude? You can be a Spartan right now, okay? Fucking, I'll let's talk self-defense. Uh, um, you can be a Spartan in an urban setting. You need to have certain types of weapons that you can legally carry. That includes pepper spray, uh, things like having a 4-foot stick, a staff that can be good self-defense. Like, well, it depends on what you're dying for. If you were protecting innocent children, I fucking guarantee you that you'd be willing to die. So don't say that. Okay? That's just who we are as humans. We look out for each other. At least we look out for the good ones, or the ones that deserve. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I mean, a gun is a great idea if you're trained in using it, and you need to know that somebody might take that gun from you. So if you have a firearm, you need to be trained to use it, and you need to you need to assume that other people have guns, and you need to you need to have extra ammunition if needed. Let me answer that in a moment, Davis. But first, I want to get to the is Islam bad? Okay, so Indra, sometimes dying for people isn't always the solution. Like sometimes we have to play out a role. We have to do something in society to help society. Zayden, I hope you're kidding, because the good guys need guns to protect ourselves from the bad guys. We understand that. So is Islam bad, and do I have a girlfriend? That's gonna be I'm gonna really load down on that one, Davis. I'm gonna really answer that question hard. Is Islam bad? Okay, first of all, you have to realize that Islam was shed in an unfavorable light because of 9/11, but 9/11 is an inside job, and the easiest way to express that, hey, Lighthouse, the easiest way to express that, by the way, my name's John, if you guys want to, say hi to John. The easiest way to prove 9/11 is an inside job is if you look at the steel I-beams and the way that they're cut. The only way to cut a fucking steel I-beam, which is like, it's like, it's is with an incendiary heat generating explosive device, and you have to plant them all on the fucking base of the tower. And guess where you have to plant them? You have to plant them fucking vertically. Because if you plant the incendiary charge, do is heat up and cut the beam, but they're going to cut it straight. So, but if you plant it vertically, then it heats up, it cuts the beam, and the beam starts to drop off to the side of itself. You understand what I'm saying? All right, so why and that okay, so Islam is not bad. And guess what? The Taliban, do you know what the Taliban did? The Taliban fucking destroyed poppy fields. Okay? This is not a game, guys. And the worst part about war is it can be started by mercenaries. Fucking hired guns who have no allegiance to any flag, who only care about getting paid, hundreds or thousands of dollars to plant IEDs or do whatever they do to make it look like they're, you guys have to understand that there are selfish people just want money, and they are willing to make money off of stuff like war. So they're willing to start wars, make people fight with each other, and then fund both sides so that they make money by the profits of building weapons and having operations. Like a military operation is serious, guys. It involves food, it involves, gas. It's like, fucking think about it. Setting up, they destroyed the poppy fields that were not under their jurisdiction. I mean, it doesn't matter. The good thing is they're destroying poppy fields. That's what makes heroin, and that's what destroys the world. I mean, a lot of these big pharma, that's all fucking heroin. They're trying to kill young boys and stifle fucking young boys' energy and make them sit down like girls do. Girls are more naturally predisposed to following, and that's why they make good wives. So why are we trying to turn women into men and make them do, manly things? It doesn't make any sense. Like, women it's more courageous for women to want to be feminine women and for men to be masculine men. And of course there are exceptions, because nice one, Indra. Have y'all ever said you hate someone? Well, see, the thing about hatred is it's better to just get somebody out of your life than be talking to them like that. Like, the thing about verbal or physical aggression and violence is usually you should be able to withdraw yourself away from that person. Oh, that's interesting. Good point, Lighthouse. All right, so, oh yeah. Thank you, Indra. Like, what I was saying was, even gays, even if people are gay, they should get married too. Uh, you guys get where I'm going, but let me try to not derail too hard here, because I'm missing Davis's question. Do I have a girlfriend? So did I answer, is Islam bad? No, Islam is fundamentally good because 95% of people in the world are good. The only thing is unless they have a religion that helps to guide them and make sure that they don't pursue premarital intimacy, and that's why a lot of Islam people, they believe in people not having intimacy before marriage, and so this good thoughts, guys. Good thoughts, Lighthouse and Zayden. Some intelligent adding to the conversation. I like running, Davis. I'm kind of a monk. The only way I've been able to really get into these philosophies I do and become articulate. Hold on, I'll be back. Okay, I got it, Indra. Steve Adams. I don't know. Who is that, Zayden? Is that a famous YouTuber? In any case, by the way, I just want to know, how you guys found my stream. Is there just like a series of streams that come up on YouTube and you just see the different people streaming? Is there like a live stream thing? Okay. Because I used to do. Oh, you're back, Indra. Okay, cool. All right, so getting into that, and Lighthouse, thank you for the intelligent thoughts too. But okay, so oh, that's cool. He's like, I didn't know New Zealand, but does New Zealand have I mean, do they compete with the American NBA or not? Not really. Um, okay, so the other question proposed by Davis was, do I have a girlfriend? First of all, I wouldn't want to have a girlfriend because of two reasons. It's the power of words. It's a girl and a friend. I don't want a girl and I don't want a friend. I want a wife. And I don't, the only, like, to me, okay, so you guys may not know this, but generally, in the overarching history, you see that people only went on dates when they were married because it was an outward expression of their 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 commitments to other. And so, let's see. So I want to be with someone that it's like they just are my wife, and the way that you do that is you don't ask somebody on a date, you don't tell them you like them, you don't tell them you're interested in them, you don't say, like, you're attractive, you don't here's my I've really thought about this, and you don't say, you don't hope that you don't even propose to them. Like, this whole thing of even this fiance, like engagement, to me it's nonsense as well. Life is not a game. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, in a way, life is not a game, because it's more of a science. It's like we have fucking statistics, you guys. 95% of relationships fail, and all these boyfriend, girlfriend, it just ends up, they're fucking maybes, dude. Like, you need to be married and in love with yourself. You need to have sex with yourself. You do that through masturbation. But that allows you to think clearly and have quote unquote post nut clarity, and it allows you to not let that run your life. Okay? You don't want to make a decision based upon just finding somebody, having sexual interest in them. You want it to be a decision based upon truth and love and self-knowledge. And so the way that works is, okay, so he's asking me, do I have a girlfriend? No, the answer is no. And then I kind of explained why. But guys, when we talk about science, we're talking about efficiency. We're talking about statistics. We're talking about coming up with a hypothesis and then asking questions, to get answers. All right? This is right on, Indra. You know what you need, Indra? I want you to look this up. It's called the Doc Johnson fucking celebrity uh something. It's the one that I use. It's funny. A hypothesis is like a theory. It's a basis for the scientific approach, Davis. It's like you present something, you put it out there, right? It's like, well, here's a good hypothesis. It's like, what is the most efficient uh way to oh, hold on, guys. Let me plug in my phone here. Just wait a second. What is the most efficient way to find true love? Because if you're saying that, do you have a girlfriend or do you want a girlfriend, then the what that really means is, do you want true love? Oh, Davis is like, oh, burn, Davis. Flex on these haters, dude. Oh, dude, Davis. I fucking wish I had a way to play music over here, because then I would rap for you. Actually, we have to man up. we can't use excuses. My mom and dad are married, and my mom told me it's not good to have sex without being married. And you know what? What a lot of people say, Indra, is that don't have sex before marriage or you're going to hell, and that's not a logical argument. It's because it's an emotional argument. It's disenchanting, and I already explained why heaven and hell are not real things, and you wouldn't even want them to be. Zayden, I don't consume any alcohol or any. I'm an athlete and a runner, and I don't fuck around with reducing my consciousness. Do you understand me? So I'm working hard to bring these ideas to the front of the conversation. Okay, come on, you guys. Let's do this. Let's. Okay, so where was I going there? Efficiency. Okay, the scientific method, Davis. In science, we ask, you want a hypothesis, dude? What's the most efficient way to get married? Would be a hypothesis. The most efficient way, from my understanding, is by avoiding somebody that you are not married to. That's a good start, right? And that you have to engage in self-intimacy, masturbation. You have to do that because that's going to allow you to control that appetite. All right, right on, Davis. You have to control the appetite, and then you have to most efficiently Zayden, you have to most efficiently find someone, because if you're not doing something that you don't think is the most efficient way to do something, then you're going to not respect yourself. Like, if you're doing something half-heartedly, you're going to be like, whatever. Okay, Indra. Okay, we'll take a breather, a quick break for you guys. You guys be quick though. Be quick. All right. So for anyone else watching, while the guys are taking care of their tasks, let's just visualize a brilliant white light. Imagine it streaming down, and we're gonna blast. We're gonna imagine. Okay, imagine somebody that you're upset at. Whoever it looks like. We have one viewer now. I'm guessing that is probably Zayden. Zayden, imagine that you're just think of somebody that you're upset at. Now imagine them smiling joyfully. This is not about how you feel about them. This is about the content of your mind, right, Zayden? It's what's in your mind, okay? You need to control that, because as you may know, if you've studied YouTube at all, success advice, you know that the mind will attract things into your life. And just the same, if you're like watching negative news all day, then what happens is you in that fear and that sense of worry about it, and then you're like drawing that in, right? So the trick is to imagine the person you're upset at. Like, Zayden, who are you upset at right now? Let me think of somebody I'm upset at. I'm upset at this guy who he's got a rude attitude at work, and the good thing is finally I have enough skills where I can do my own work and I don't need to work at his jobs. He installs solar panels. Yeah, Davis. Okay, we got Davis back in the house. Indra is finishing up. Not anyone. You're really not upset at anyone, Zayden. Okay, that's great news. But okay, Indra's back in play. He's back in play. All right, the whole team is back for the conversation. So, what I was focusing on, guys, is the scientific method hypothesis. And, you seem like a pretty wise person, Zayden. Uh, but it's important to hate certain things. It's important to hate laziness or people who are irresponsible and, don't take care of their health and their money properly and then expect other people to do it. Okay, yeah, see, there we go, Davis. Okay, so what I was saying was while it was we did like a little intermission, Zayden and I, while you guys were preoccupied, you were otherwise indisposed. Uh you said that man need to shut up. I told him, boy, you ate. Hey, my cuz said that man need to. Hey, dude, burn on these haters. Oh, dude, I'm a rap beat. I'm a rap beat on this hater boy. Uh, all right. Let's just call him cuz. All right, I got some utensils here. It would be so much fun if I could actually play an instrumental, but we're just gonna do a beat and we're gonna drop it. We're gonna drop it on these flavors. All right. Ooh, his cuz wanna hate. His cuz wanna hate. His cuz on the sidelines eating fucking cake. I'm going to the bank and I'm about to pick up my cake. I'm burning ones on these haters and they getting irate. Yeah, that's right. I'm a paper maker. I pull up with a Brinks truck and tell them I get layered. Tell you, cause to sit on the sidelines and watch like a hater. Bitch, I'm on the front page newspaper. Yeah, boy. Yeah, I'm a fucking candy maker. Coming to the factory and go and get a flavor. Burn, bitch, I'm turning beats. I'm the mayor. I'm about to get my whole lifestyle catered. Cuz getting angry. He fucking getting hangry. Stuff a cake in your face and make yourself a sandwich. Yeah, bitch, I'm that bitch. I'm hood rich. I'm got good shit. Cuz on the sidelines looking goofy. He doofy. He do shit. Bitch shit on the toilet and get your ass deuced, bitch. I'm dropping bombs on that cuz like yeah. Like he got loose lips. Yeah, he got fake in his shit. Oh shit. Yeah, boy. Hey, tell him, dude, Indra, we out here, boy. Fuck all the opposition, boy. We out here, boy. Fuck it, man. Come on, you guys. Oh, dude. Oh, dude. I so wish I could play a song. You know what, you guys? Here's something for you guys. All right. Oh, dude. These are in the chat. Scat Life looking nice. Looking like Emerald Lagasse dropping spice. Can he rap at me? But that hater looking twice. I got my view count up. That's cause my rap fucking nice. Dijon Scat Life, he trying to fucking bite. But tell his mama I told him to tuck him in and say goodnight. Dude, we out here, boy. I know, Indra. Dude, we turning up, nigga. Niggas out here flavorful, boy. Boy. What's up, TK? Name a cool car. Uh, what would be what would be a cool car? Like a fucking Nissan GTR, bro. The fucking new ones, with the aftermarket wings and stuff. Oh, dude, we going out fucking we going out fucking import style on these haters, boy. Oh, nice, Aiden. Yeah, everyone naming a car in the chat. I gotta give props to Dijon Scatlife. At least he showed up, dude. At least he turned up. I respect that, Dijon. But you say get a life, dude. My life is here and it's right now, and I'm present with you in this fucking moment. And you might think, you might be, you might be thinking that you either don't like me or you disagree with maybe my lifestyle or my humorous approach or what I'm doing, or you think I shouldn't be doing what I'm doing, or maybe you think you shouldn't be. Maybe but that implies that you're, thank you, Zayden. It implies that you're not. I mean, you're okay. Okay, Dejani, we've been talking. Thank you, Zayden. Okay, here's the thing, Dejani. We've been talking serious philosophy. If you notice the title of the stream, it's called I Am God. It's with the intent to bring a greater degree of consciousness into our lives and assert our authority as the creative forces that we can be to resolve problems, both in personal problems, local problems, and global as well. So that being said, Mr. Scatlife, can we? I'm 33 years old, Davis. Mr. Scatlife, can we possibly propose a question? All jokes aside, right? We're having fun. I got to rap a little bit. We kind of toyed around with that. We had some fun. But all jokes aside, why don't you ask a difficult question, Scatlife? Why don't you ask a difficult question? Why don't you put it in the fucking chat? Like, for example, one question that we might consider, perhaps as men to be, or even women to be, a difficult question is the idea of, is bigger better? Now this is talk. Guy told me he left. Oh, he left. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Whatever. I mean, he says get a life. See, that's. Don't worry, Andrew. I have an answer to the. I don't think bigger is better, because I think everything's about woman's flower, and that's, transcendental. But the thing is the fucking guy left, dude. Like, I hate that move, dude. Like, when people say, they say a hater thing and then they just leave and they don't have like a comeback. That's like he lost, dude. He fucking lost. All right. So but it's okay, because this is this is not a physical challenge or violence. This is a debate. This is an intellectual battle, and I would say that he lost because he left the conversation entirely, and I was willing to include him in it. I mean, I'm kind of the moderator since this is, my stream, but I don't see anyone else as any lesser than me if they're willing to enter this conversation on the same frequency and same, level of, a desire for intellectual conversation. So, like I was saying, and this is another point that I've invented, that is bigger better. Well, let's take it in the context of men having this desire for having a larger PPS. Well, what that does is several things. It's more oriented around the sexual intercourse with a man and woman, of the penetrative intercourse. And what that is it's more about trying to dominate the woman and be but the problem is it puts more emphasis on the man, and that's actually feminine for the man to want the woman's sexual attention. As a man, I think it's more masculine to direct your attention, your compliments, to celebrate a woman. you know what I mean? I'm like driving and fucking watching the camera down here. uh, Nah, we in this Tesla, bitch. We on auto cruise, nigga. We out here flexing, boy. We out here on this new technology. We out here, boy. Yeah, Indra, that's who we gotta get back in the chat, you guys. We gotta get Joni fucking Scat Life in the chat, boo. We gotta get that on, boy. Hey, Indra. Let's do it right. Let me see you do it. Yeah. Is that did I say that? All right, so here's the thing, guys. Like I was saying, you got to make your life about celebrating your woman. Make it about her flower. Don't make it about your PPS. And also, like, people ask, well, what about breasts? Well, oh, it's a song. I prefer a woman with a flat chest. Several reasons. One, I want all the emphasis to go on her vagina. Two, breasts I think are for babies. Three, breasts and even like here's the thing, Indra. I feel like it's racist to not allow white people or any to say What do you mean by that, Zayden? I like, okay. I don't fuck, where am I going with this, dude? See, that's the thing, Dave. It's like, why would you want several at once? Like, I would only want one and to suck her vagina. Like, to me, that's a more defining act of a masculine act than anything else. Because it's like a truly masculine, like, worshiping the woman, and I think that's what I think is the experience for a man to be at peace. Now, you might say, like, oh, you want a huge PPS in order to dominate women, but that's not a sense of peace. That's a sense of anxiety, and making it more about your body instead of her body and her flower. Those are my opinions. But Davis, like, I can appreciate. Oh yeah, and while I was about the N-word, I think I like the N-word because I think it's a fun part of the black culture, and I think it's also like rap and hip hop culture, and I think it's racist to exclude people from being able to say that as long as they're saying it in a respectful way, okay, so where are we going with this? So like, Davis, you say you have 3 girlfriends, right? That means that either you're, a rich guy and they're only being with you, but they're only girlfriends, so they're not seem to be committed with you. The problem with that is they're probably having sex with other guys. And fuck, dude, why would you want to be... See, that's the thing. Yeah, boy, come on, Indra. Woo, 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 woo. Why would you want to be with a woman who's possibly having sex with another guy? To me, it's repulsive and it's unloving, and Davis, do not make me rap at you, dude. I will. All right, that's it. Here we go, Davis. Here we go. Indra. And that too, like, how can you suck and fuck 2 pussies at once? Well, I guess you can, but to me it's just gross because it ends inevitably. It's just, to me, it's not. Okay, good for you, Zayden. What's your area of employment? So you're in high school right now? Davis only 4 years old, and he filthy rich. He likes to get effed and he likes to fuck a bitch. he gonna take her out to Little Italy to. Oh, that's interesting, Zayden. Are you serious? What did you do to get ostracized from school? That's interesting. What are your other future plans for employment? Have you thought about joining a union, a trade union? I would recommend that to most guys. It's a great start in life. Uh, oh, no shit, Zayden. Why were you so combative? Oh, you too, Indra? They kick the you guys are some boisterous gentlemen. What's the deal with that? Oh, you were fighting bullies? Yeah, that's it, Davis. He lied to me. I'm trying to follow what you're saying, Indra. Oh, he lied to you, so you physically attacked him. Okay, okay. And Zayden, same thing. Wow, is this just coincidental, guys? About three. I can remember when, when I was in high school, there were only a few fights. Like there was maybe like I want to say like maybe one fight a month, and it was more about what was it more about? Oh, no shit, Davis. For how long? Like 2 days? Oh wow. Oh, you so Indra, damn, that's some hardcore. Be a little more selfish. When if somebody lies to you, then maybe that they're trying to like challenge you to a fight. So you did use this on yourself, and it could be selfish. As much as you may have wanted your aggression to channel it towards that guy, all it did was take something away from your life. Have I ever fought someone? No, I have never had the desire. Yeah, I actually, the funny thing is I have lied to you. Like, what did can you can you maybe give me like another sentence on that? But and then the follow-up question would be, what do you want to do with your life? Like, fuck school, fuck all of that. Like, what do you want to do construction? Like, where are you going to channel your energy? Because wait, how old are you, Indra? So you're like, yeah, how old are you? I don't know. 3 months. What? Zayden. Zayden be going hard, dude. He be turnt. That nigga turnt, dude. That nigga ill. Damn, Indra, you're only 12? Dude, you going up hard, boy. You going hard, dude. You must be a pretty strong guy if you fucking you're kind of different worlds kind of come together. Oh, okay, Davis. Oh, that's funny. You're 16. Yeah, you seem older. Um I maybe you told me that earlier. I don't know, but uh I okay, no, I was only in like jail like over 2 days, in 2 days. And the reason was it's a weird story, but I was kind of immature, and I was kind of flirting back and forth with this um I don't even want to be specific, but let's just say I they thought I was being intrusive, and so they that's what they told the police. But no, I mean, I was a misguided person, and kind of weird, but I okay, so the problem, Davis, with being football is several things. One, most people who are especially in like more physical sports are, it's gonna probably give you some brain damage. The career is probably gonna be short, uh, and people who get big money at that age, like any age younger than like 30, it can create problems for them. Uh, I mean, football is an aggressive thing. Uh, you wanna, you know. Uh, hmm. Oh, really? Okay, Zayden. Um, so okay, that's honorable of you. Good for you. Oh, no kidding. Oh, wow, Indra, and you're 16 and you've got over 10 grand. Wow, that's impressive. I right now well, maybe it's not smart of me to say how much I have because then that could, not that I care how much people have. Is that right, Indra? But I thought you were. Well, honestly, guys, although this is a fun conversation, I have to say that oh, that's cool. You do landscaping. I should say that it's responsible for me to get some rest at this point. It's now almost 2 a.m. in Hawaii, and I've got a day ahead of work, handyman work tomorrow. But guess what? Considering that you guys showed up, I'm probably gonna go live tomorrow at a similar time, like maybe try to maybe a little earlier, like maybe 9 p.m. Hawaii time. So right now it's 2 a.m. So that would mean how many hours? 1, 12, 11, 10. So that's like 5, like it's like 5 hours earlier. Thank you, Zayden, in Dublin. That's interesting, Davis. Just remember that whenever you do violent sports, you're taking on the responsibility of you might get hurt, and I wouldn't recommend doing it. There's just just be careful and don't do it because you're trying to impress other people or make them think you're tough. Do it because you really want to do it. I wouldn't do it myself because I don't want to get injured unnecessarily. But it's been good, guys, and I hope to see you in future streams. And yeah, if you see me, just subscribe. And if you see me, yeah, now we're talking, Indra. Good stuff. Honest conversation, gentlemen. Some of you guys are younger, but I still see you as equals. You all seem, from what I can see, to be motivated people. You're willing to talk in, a serious way, and just a gentleman's conversation. And don't let people tell you that you're a young boy or you're a kid or whatever, or a young man. We're fucking men, dude. Whenever a person hits puberty, they're either a man or a woman. You know what I mean? So so let's talk more, guys. But as we say in Hawaii, respectfully and considerations and aloha. And till next time, all right, guys? All right. Good night.